Alright, hello everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a video on something completely different, but I want to basically talk about something that has kind of been playing around in my mind for a while, and it's basically ever since I really got to like about 2 million gamer score on Xbox, that it's kind of came up, and it's kind of been a bit of a hobby of mine to kind of get gamer score and play a load of indie games, and I have not made that a secret at all. It's basically just been on my channel. I've just been covering it ever so often and showing you guys how to get some of the easiest games to like 5,000, 4,000, 3,000 gamer score, whatever it might be. But maybe some of you guys might not have been around that long, but I used to do this a while ago for, achievements in some games like Super Hot and Goat Simulator. These games were kind of synonymous with having pretty easy achievements for the time. There was even some games like 𝗦𝘂𝗰𝗿𝗏, which was a very fast completion. I believe it was around half an hour. And at the time, that was a very fast completion. And of course, like, I covered all these games and I enjoyed them. These were not only like easy gamer score games, that you guys can obviously watch and know how to get the gamer score for, but it actually felt really rewarding because a lot of these achievements in these games, even though you had to kind of go out your way to get some of them, they were kind of like collector's based, some of them, but they felt really rewarding. And also, not to mention as well, the fact that a lot of these games in the past were a lot more highly developed. Like, for example, that 𝗦𝘂𝗯𝗀𝗏 one, it actually had a full-on storyline with the game. Even though it was a very short game, it was a short story game. Now, when we look at all of the games that are coming out now, that are like the typical easy gamer score games, a lot of them are like kind of, a lot of them are platformers, so you have to just go through like very basic kind of 2D levels, and that's about it. A lot of them are like these, where you have to do some very basic puzzles where you just have to draw a line around like basically like a board really, and make a line towards the exit. And it's like these are games that can be on mobile, and yet they are essentially the in games for easy gamer score. And that's where your problem firstly lies, is the kind of quality of the games has went down, but the quantity has gone up. And when I mean quantity as well, that means that we no longer just have, for example, the 𝗦𝘂𝗰𝗿𝗏 game or Superliminal or all these other kind of easy games. We don't just have one version of the game now. We have multiple versions, or what the community calls stacks of the game. And so we have, for this example, Pirate Trails. So, for example, Pirate Trails will be on Xbox, it'll be on Xbox Series X, it'll be on Windows, and potentially in the future it'll also come out on the handheld Xbox as well. Basically, there's a version of the game for every single console type. And each one has a separate achievement list and a separate gamer score list. So you could get, in theory, 3,000 gamer score from beating Pirate Trails on every single version, 1,000 for each. Potentially 4,000 if that other console, the handheld one, comes out as well. That could be 4,000, 4 different versions of the exact same game. And so once again, it's that whole quantity over quality. Who really wants to play the same game over and over and over again? It gets boring, all because of the gamer score. And so the actual time to complete a lot of these games has been drastically reduced. Some of these games take like 5, maybe 10 minutes to complete fully. And it's all because you have to do that game 3 times to get your full completion for every version. It's a little bit stupid. Now, of course, some people might think, oh, this is just to make loads more money as well. And it probably is. Each game is about £4, I've looked on average. Some of them might be a little bit more. But there's obviously constant sales for these things. There's also bundles as well for the entire package, so you get like all 3 versions of the games as well. And there's sometimes put bundles of mobile game versions of multiple games together. So it'll be like, as you can see right here, Pirate Trails and Dragon Snack as well. These 2 games would be in a bundle together of all 3 versions of both games together. And it's all to basically try and get you to buy it. Now, to be fair, I'm all for the kind of like marketing strategies that obviously these companies are trying to go for to try and make it so you get the games. However, it's just once again the quality of these games has went drastically downhill over time. Now, of course, something that I do think is quite good, to be honest, and I think a lot more games need to do, the one kind of shining light is Gamerscore updates. I don't like the whole stack thing, where you can get multiple versions of the same game, you know, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and Windows. I don't like that. What I do like is the fact that games can be updated every half a year to basically get Gamerscore updates. So developers can basically up their Gamerscore count from 1,000 Gamerscore to 2,000, and then to 3,000, and then to 4,000, and then to 5,000 every half a year. They can add 1,000 Gamerscore to their titles. Now, I of course really like this because it actually kind of gives a reason to play them games that you got that Gamerscore for, you know, maybe months ago. Because it adds more challenges. Now, sometimes some developers do take the kind of easy route and just kind of bouncing on the whole hype train of, oh, let's make a really easy game so people buy it, then I make some money. Sometimes they make these updates incredibly easy and make it so you have to literally spend like 10 seconds in the game. Whether it be like literally launch a level, like you literally play a level and then you quit the level and you launch another level and you quit the level. So literally 5 seconds to get all the achievements and the new updates. Some developers actually take pride and actually make their achievements a lot more engaging for the updates, actually considering them updates. So I think for some developers, I think it's a bad move to have these updates, but overall, I think Gamerscore updates are a good thing for the games. Now, if we take the same situation now, you can see how it gets out of hand with how a lot of accounts are getting to like 5 million Gamerscore on their accounts. Because if we take the same situation, let's say Pirate Trails, and we have them in 3 different versions, if we wait 2 years, this game should be on 5,000 Gamerscore. So for each version, it'll be 5,000 Gamerscore, equaling out to 15,000 Gamerscore for one game. To put that into perspective, the Halo Master Chief Collection game had 6,000 Gamerscore in it. And that had every single Halo in it. And that had every achievement. I think there was about 600 achievements in that game. That was 6,000 Gamerscore. You can get 2.5 of that with one game. That, just to put it in perspective. And that's just another reason why I think potentially, yes, maybe the update system where you get Gamerscore over after every 6 months through the updates might be a bit of a problem because of that. But I think the main problem is the stacks. Having multiple of the same game and just playing the same game over again is boring, and it just shouldn't be a thing. There's already systems in place on Xbox where if you are playing a game, you can download it on Windows, you can download it on Xbox Series X, but it just shares the same achievement list. Why not just make that policy by default? Make it so you have to, if you're going to release a game, you have to make it so there's no alternative versions that you have to pay additional money for just to get access to. And now we get to the kind of penultimate kind of issue right here, the ultimate real issue. And that is the 2 games that I have been shown on screen right now are the same game. And that is because Pirate Trails, all the levels in this game, are the exact same levels that are in Dragon Snack. They're the exact same. They're the exact same features, everything. All that's different is the title's different. Obviously, the visualization of the game is different. Everything, like assets-wise, is different. But the actual levels and the solutions for the levels are exactly the same. And so this, once again, adds to quality over quantity. It really just, there's no quality there. Because you're basically just releasing the same game over and over again. And it's very obvious it's just a cash grab, you know? The developers are definitely thinking, let's just release this exact same game again, have a bundle for all 3 of the games, release that, there's 12 quid in my pocket, and now I'm going to go and make another one. And so for me personally, I have seen these changes over like the last few years kind of getting worse and worse, and the only one I personally do like is the Gamerscore updates because it is moderated by Xbox, but they need to moderate it better. I don't think they need to have stacks. I think that just shouldn't be a thing. Stacks of games is not a good thing. I do think they need to moderate the updates in regards to, one, making sure that obviously the achievements are, I would say, worth an update in terms of like, you have to go out your way and get them achievements. Obviously not make them impossible, but like make it so you actually have to play the game for a significant amount of time to get all them achievements. So that it's not just like, oh, launch the game and you just get them all. And second of all, I also would like Xbox to moderate the fact that some of these games and the achievements that you get off them, sometimes you don't even get the achievements. They actually release the updates and the achievements, you just don't unlock them. And there's been some games recently that still have impossible to get achievements, which is crazy. And I think as well, Xbox does need to moderate what games they are allowing on their platform. Because if we're really going to allow just carbon copies of the same game, this Dragon Snack and this Pirate Trails, that's when I think a lot of people are going to stop buying these games, including myself, because I'm now not really interested in buying this stuff. I was kind of losing interest over time anyway, because a lot of these indie games, you can see that they're doing it just for money. And I would say about a year ago, maybe like 6 months ago, I was enjoying playing these games, and some games I would play again, like on the separate versions. And that's obviously when I started losing interest, is when they started releasing all these different games on 3 separate versions, and then losing all the quality entirely when we have multiple of the same type of game with the same level solutions. It's stupid. And so yeah, just to kind of round this all out, you can see how over time the qualities went down. And me personally, I'm not going to stick around for it. I might make videos ever so often about kind of, oh, here's like a a Gamerscore, achievement guide type of thing or whatever. But me in general, I'm not really going to play any of these games. And I think, honestly, if anything, this is probably a warning for you guys, because the typical easy Gamerscore games nowadays are just not the same as what they used to be. And I think um, the whole Gamerscore community is probably fed up with it, but I think Xbox should really take charge on this and just get rid of stacks. It's just not good at all. But yeah, of course, I want to open this conversation up to you guys because, I have been in the kind of achievement circle for a while now. Even though I don't really upload a load of videos on like guides and stuff like that, I'm kind of taking more of a gameplay kind of stance right now on my channel. But there has been a past where I used to upload a lot of achievements, and yeah, I just want to hear you guys, and I want to hear what you guys think about this whole situation, because me personally, I just don't like stacks. That's my main issue, and I do think Xbox needs to moderate things as well that they're allowing for these updates. But I overall think that updates are good, achievement updates. It's just stacks needs to go so. Yeah, please let us know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Paradigm.